guys, welcome back to another Shop My Stash video. If you are unfamiliar with what these videos are, no, I'm not selling my entire makeup collection. Basically what we are doing is we're going through my everyday makeup drawer, which is right here on my vanity, that drawer right there, and swapping them out for products from my larger makeup collection. And this is a really good way to make sure that I am using all my makeup products, pulling out stuff that I haven't used in a while, stuff that's new, and kind of giving everything a good rotation and a good chance to be used. So some important things for me to think about with this Shop My Stash. I'm actually getting ready to move, so I'm getting ready to pack up all my makeup. So I definitely want to put stuff in this Shop My Stash that I don't want to pack, that I want to have easily accessible to me and be able to use for the next month and a half, maybe 2 months, until I can unpack my makeup, get settled in, stuff like that. So that's the first thing for me to think about. Also, between packing my makeup and unpacking my makeup, we have a wedding we're going to and my baby shower. So those are just some fun events and things that I need to keep in mind when I am rotating through the products and picking out new products. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the stuff that I want to take out and rotate for new stuff. Okay, so these are new products that I just got from Sephora, so I wanted to keep them out so I, remembered to put them in my rotation. New stuff that I wanted to try out. So, okay, let's start with face products. So when it comes to primers, I have recently been using this Farsali Skin Tune Blur, this Too Faced Primed and Peachy, which I actually am not really loving, at all, if I'm being totally honest. I might get rid of that eventually. This is nice, but because it's in a glass bottle, it's really not realistic for traveling, so I will probably put something in this rotation that's a little bit more travel friendly. And then this NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base in the light tint for eyeshadow primer. I also have my MAC Paint Pot in here in Painterly, which I always kind of just keep in here. This is a good base when I'm doing really heavy eyes. So I'm going to swap all of these out for new things. When it comes to, actually this is in here too and I haven't used it, the Cover FX Gripping Primer. I might leave this in here because I do want to try it out, which is probably why I put it in here to begin with, but I've really been using just those two recently, so I'm going to leave that in there. When it comes to foundations, I have a powder foundation and a liquid foundation. For my liquid foundation, I have the MAC Studio Fix, which is a really good foundation. This is actually what I used on my wedding day, but I do want to go ahead and swap it out and bring something else in. And then I have a CC cream. I'm going to keep this because I do think this will be really good for our trip to Arizona, which is where our baby shower is going to be. Simply because there's SPF 40 in here, which is really good for things like Arizona where it's really sunny outside. Also, it's going to be the summertime, so we might be at the pool, things like that. And it's really good for me, I think, to have a CC cream or a BB cream for those types of events. So I'm going to leave that in there. And then this is something that I haven't filmed that video yet, but you guys will have seen that video by the time this one goes up, if that makes sense. I'm pre-filming a little bit just because there is so much going on. But this is the Hourglass Varnish Stick Foundation. This is a product on the chopping block for me. I'm thinking about getting rid of this, so I'm going to keep it in here until I film that video. And then I might get rid of it, I don't know. And then as far as powder foundation goes, this is the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation. It's almost gone, but because of that, I need to make sure I pull in another powder foundation to replace this one with, because once I pack everything up, I'm not gonna have a powder foundation, so I need to make sure I do that. For setting powders, I've been using this Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. It's really good, I really do like it, but it's time to swap it out for something different. I've been using that to set my under eyes. I've also been using this Hourglass Dim Light to set my entire face. This was really good for the springtime when I felt like my skin was really, really dry, but I wanted a little bit of a glow. But now my skin is starting to turn more oily, and so I don't think I need the extra glow when it comes to setting my face. So I'm going to get a different setting powder there. For concealers, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away and the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer. These are both really good. The Fit Me I don't love, but I do like it enough to keep it. I'm going to swap those out, and I already have in mind what I'm going to swap them out for. So those are my face products. When it comes to eyes, I have my lip balm in here. This is the Laneige Sleep Mask. I'm gonna keep this in here. I usually put this on right before I do my makeup just to give my lips a little bit of hydration. I have this Tarte Maneater palette in here. This is such a good palette for travel. I'm gonna keep it in this rotation, so this will be 2 rotations in a row, simply because this will be really good to bring with me to that wedding, or even to Arizona for a baby shower, because it's so compact and just easy to throw in my travel makeup bag. So I'm gonna keep that in there. I have some stick concealer or stick eyeshadows in here that I didn't get around to using from the last Shop My Stash, so I'm gonna keep them in here so that I remember to use them. But I have Lancome, or these are both Lancome. These are so good, you guys. This is number 25. It's just a really pretty, like, see how like pretty taupey champagne that is? And then this one is in the color 1, and it's a little bit lighter. So these are good. Actually, these are perfect for summertime, which is right around the corner. So once they set, they are so difficult to get off, but that's good because they don't smudge. So I'm gonna keep those. I have 2 brow wizzes in here simply because I think I used one for traveling, and anytime I travel I throw a new brow wiz in my makeup bag because it's hard to tell when one of these is going to run out, and the last thing you want when you're traveling is for your eyebrow pencil to run out, because what are you going to use to fill in your brows? So I'm actually going to keep both of these out. I probably will grab one more and pull that in before I pack up my makeup, just because I don't want to risk possibly running out of this and then having everything packed away for 2 months, you know what I mean? So I have a brown eyeliner and a black eyeliner. I'm going to swap both of these out for new ones. MAC Teddy. I really love MAC Teddy. I'm wearing it today. I've worn it a lot. It has a little bit of a golden shift to it. I will say it smudges kind of easily, but I do really like it. And then this is the Makeup Forever Aqua XL in M10, which is just their matte black. A really good matte black eyeliner, but I have a ton of matte black eyeliners, so I'm gonna swap that out for a new one. For mascara, I have 2 in here right now. I have the CoverGirl Exhibitionist and then the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes. The Charlotte Tilbury one is on its last leg, and then the CoverGirl one I don't love. I'm gonna be honest, it takes a really long time for me to build this up enough for it to look like I'm wearing mascara. So I'll probably end up getting rid of the CoverGirl one and finishing up the Charlotte Tilbury one. I'm gonna leave them in there, but I am gonna pull in another one that I have as a backup for, you know, once I pack up my makeup. I also have a couple more brow products in here. So I have my Benefit Ka-Brow, which I use kind of as a pomade occasionally. I tend to use stick pencils a little bit more, like the Brow Wiz, but I do use that occasionally. I'm gonna leave it in there. The Brow Wiz Contour Pro, I threw this in here during the last Shop My Stash and I ended up not using it. So I'm gonna leave it in here to force myself to use it. And then this is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. It's just a brow setting gel. It's the only one I have, so I don't have anything to swap it out for. And then the brow powder I actually use as a hairline filler. So I'm gonna keep this in here so I can use it to fill in my hairline. It's just the Benefit Brow Zings. So those are the brow products. And then as far as like gel or powder eyeshadows go, I have this Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. I want to say this gave my eyes a really bad reaction. So I used this a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago, and my eyes got really itchy and red and swollen, which is odd because I had never had that problem before. So I don't know if it's old or something like that. I'm gonna keep it, but I'm just gonna put it away for now. Hourglass Aura is my favorite. It's probably a Holy Grail eyeshadow, I'm just gonna call it. So it's kind of like a glittery, loose pigment with like a pinky rose gold tint to it. I love it. I'm gonna keep it out. That might be really pretty for the baby shower. And then MAC's Bounce Around is a cream shadow. It's definitely more of a silvery taupe green cream shadow. It's beautiful, but I might swap it out for a different cream shadow. Okay, cheek products are the last things I have to swap out. So I have a couple of, well, this is a face palette. It's the Charlotte Tilbury face palette. I pulled this in because I wanted to try out some more Charlotte Tilbury products. This is another product that I have on the chopping block, so I'm gonna leave it out, but I'm gonna pull in another one. To be honest, I don't love this palette. It's expensive and I just don't think it's worth it. For bronzers, I have Benefit Hoola, which is a holy grail. I used it a lot. It's very dark. It's darker than I remember, if I'm being honest, but I'm gonna put that back to get a different bronzer. These two bronzers live in this drawer because the packaging is so big. This one I used quite a bit this past month or so. It's the Marc Jacobs Coconut Bronzer. You can see I've hit pan. I love it. So it lives in there. It's staying in there. And then the NARS Laguna, I've also hit pan on. It's a little bit darker. So those are staying in there. This is a product I have yet to try, you guys. I just have yet to make the jump and try it. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. It's a cream contour product, which I don't typically use. So I just haven't found the right situation or scenario to use it. I don't really know how to use it, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna leave it in here because I have a feeling I'll try to find a way to use it. And then for highlighters, well actually for blushes, let's see, I have Tarte Exposed, which I always leave in here. This is a good go-to for when I don't know what blush to wear, I'm in a hurry, I don't want to have to think about my blush, I will just use Tarte Exposed. It's just the best. It doesn't look like anything special when you swatch it, but I promise it's just the best. I did pull in this Tartelette Celebrated for my peach blush. I'm going to put it back. I pulled in this Charlotte Tilbury in Love Glow, which was my pink blush. I loved it, you guys. I'm actually wearing it today. I've worn it quite a bit, but I'm going to swap it out for something different. And then I also pulled in this Burberry right here, which is beautiful. I used it a couple of times, but I don't know. It's not my favorite blush. It's expensive, so I'm not getting rid of it. I will use it, you know, time and time again, but it's definitely more of a springtime blush. It just has like a light peachy glow to it, or pinky glow to it, sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap that out. For highlighters, I just threw this one in here today. I actually might leave it in here because I've really been liking it. This is the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in the color Afternoon Glow. It's the highlighter I'm wearing today, and it's just so pretty. Look at that. See how pretty it is? It's just a really good like summertime glow. So, but I did also at some point pull in this Maybelline Master Chrome in Rose Gold. Pretty, but time for a new one. And then this Too Faced Diamond Powder, which is also pretty, but time for a new one. I have a lot of highlighters, so I just need to give them all some love. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so first let's tackle lip products. Now, usually I don't include these in my Shop My Stash because I have this Cosmo Cube, or what is this, Original Beauty Box, so close to my vanity, and it's so convenient. It's clear, I can see everything that's in it, and it's so easy to just run over and pull a lipstick every single day. So I don't feel like I need to pick specific lipsticks, you know, to put in a Shop My Stash rotation. But because I am getting ready to pack up my makeup probably next week or the weekend after, I just want to pull out all of the lip products that I could possibly want to use in the next maybe month or two. That way I don't accidentally pack them and then I'm left with no lip products, you know what I mean? So keeping in mind baby shower, wedding, and it's going to be summertime, those are the things that I need to keep in mind, like when I pull colors and lipsticks in. So up here, which you can't quite see, ooh, my tripod is not very good, by the way, are my MAC lipsticks. So I definitely want to pull in a couple of nudes, a good pink, and maybe a darker color. So these Juicy Shakers are really good by Lancome. Maybe I'll pull one of those in. They don't dry out your lips either, which is nice. Flower Beauty Naked Blush is another good one. That's nude. Probably should try to get some that aren't so similar. So there's Naked Blush. And here is the Juicy Shaker in the color Minimal Ochre, I think is how you say that. So those are different enough, I think, to justify having them both. Let's see, as far as a MAC lipstick goes, Peach Blossom is always a good one to have. Like when in doubt, I just Peach Blossom it out. So pulling in Peach Blossom, and then maybe one more nude. Maybe I'll pull in a Charlotte Tilbury. I do like Kidman's Kiss. That is one that I haven't had a chance to really love yet. It is fairly new. So I think I'll pull that one in. Maybe one more. Let me do one of these YSL. This is a newer one too that I just have been loving a lot. It's like a sheer peachy gloss. Okay, so that's good for nudes, and then a good pink. So this one by Anastasia is called Dead Roses. It's a matte, but it's kind of a deeper pink, and I haven't had a chance to really use that one yet, so I'm gonna set that one out. And then this Dior Glow is a good sheer bright pink right there. So I think that's good for pinks. And then a good bright red, you know, just in case I want to wear something dark. Today I'm wearing Legendary Queen by Charlotte Tilbury, and I really like that one. However, I should pull in some of these MACs I haven't used. Ooh, actually Jeffree Star Red Rum I have not had a chance to use. Look at that. Whoo, pretty. Okay, I only need one red. Some lip liners to go with that. Let's see. Bobbi Brown Pink Mauve is always good for a nude lip. Charlotte Tilbury, I have a new one. Super Size Me. That's a good pink. Yes, definitely a good pink. And then I need a red. So let me pull in, let's see, this is MAC Cherry. It's kind of my go-to red. That looks good with the red rum next to it too. And then maybe one more just in case. I love my Bite Beauty number 10. That's kind of a good, like, when in doubt, go to Bite Beauty number 10. Okay, so 4 lip liners. And then this drawer has liquid lipsticks and glosses. I do have this new Charlotte Tilbury Latex Love that I want to pull in as a gloss. And then, actually my glosses are up here. I love my Dose of Colors glosses. Messy Bun, yes, definitely pulling that one in. I have this new one by MAC called Pinkaboo that I want to pull in. And then I have a bunch in my purse too, so that's good. This NARS Santo Domingo is another good one. It's kind of like a nude. Really pretty. There we go. Okay, I think that's good for lip products. That's a lot of lip products, but lip products are one of those things that I feel like it's good to have too much rather than too little, especially when all my makeup's gonna be packed up, you know what I mean? Okay, moving down to my foundation and concealer drawer. So I have the CC cream in there. As far as a powder foundation goes, I'm gonna pull out this Bare Minerals. Well, that's tricky because I don't know if it matches. I got this at TJ Maxx. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna pull in MAC Studio. This one I know matches. It's NW20. So I know it's a good match. It's a good powder foundation. So I'm gonna pull that in. And then for a liquid foundation, which I will definitely want for things like the wedding and the baby shower, I think I'm just gonna pull in my Too Faced Born This Way. This is a good one. I know it works. It never has let me down in the past, so I'm gonna pull that one in. I think that's good. Just the one is fine. For concealer, I'm gonna pull in this new Jeffree Star concealer. It's in the color C4, so it's a little bit on the light side. So I do want to pull in one more that's more of a like all over face color. So I think I will pull in, oh, you know what? I haven't used this in a really long time. My MAC Pro Longwear in NW20. I'll pull that in too. So I think that's good for concealer. Yeah, that's good. Okay, next drawer is powders and primers. So let me tilt you guys down a little bit more. So I need something to set my under eyes, I need something to set my face, and then I need a primer for my face and my eyes. So for eye primer, I'm gonna pull in something that I know works, something that I don't have to think about. My NARS Smudge Proof, this is the clear one. I like this better than the tinted one. I don't love the tinted one. It's kind of messy and it's hard to put on. The clear one is just easy and I know it works. So I'm gonna pull that out. For face primer, I have the Cover FX gripping primer in my drawer already, but I want to pull in one more just in case. You know what? I have the Touch in Sol No Problem that I just recently purchased down here. So I'm going to pull that one in. This is one, again, it's no fuss. I know it works. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about it accidentally failing on me. It's just a good, you know, I don't have to think about it. So there's that. To set my under eyes, I do have the new Jeffree Star. I don't know that I love it though. You know what? Charlotte Tilbury is good for setting my under eyes or my face. So I might pull that in. And then to set my face, I really like the Too Faced. So I'm gonna pull, I almost pulled this one in last time and then I thought about the Hourglass one. So this is just the Too Faced Born This Way. It actually works really well with the Born This Way foundation, so that works. Okay, next drawer is highlighters and bronzers. Although I have a new bronzer right here, the Fenty Beauty bronzer is the one that I want to pull in. So that's the one I'm going to put in my drawer. Then I also have, of course, that Marc Jacobs one and the NARS one in there. So those will be good backups in case I feel like switching it up a little bit. So there's that. And then for highlighter, let's see. Again, I want something I know works. I don't want to have to fuss with things. MAC Soft and Gentle. I haven't used in a while. That's nice. Fenty Beauty is, it's good because it's kind of like a 2-in-1 product where I have like a super blinding highlight and then like a more soft highlight in one. Maybe I'll pull that in. I'm gonna pull that in and maybe one more. Oh, I have the Bobbi Brown one in there already. So I think 2 is plenty. So that's good. We will stick with those 2. So the Fenty Beauty, the Bobbi Brown. Okay, and then the next drawer I have is blush. Okay, so 9 times out of 10 when I travel, I bring my Hourglass blush palette, which is already in my everyday makeup drawer. That's where it lives. It's just a little bit too big to fit anywhere else. It's kind of tucked behind the bronzers and blushes that I showed you guys. So that will probably be what I travel with. But as far as like all the other times, I do want to have at least a peach blush and a pink blush to use. So for peach blush, I kind of want, well, I have the Hourglass palette, so I don't necessarily need to pull that in. This is a good nude blush. MAC's Gimme Sun is just a good, like, neutral. I know I have my Exposed in the drawer, but this is more of like a nude neutral, whereas Exposed is more like a mauve neutral. So I'll pull Gimme Sun in, and then as far as a pink blush goes, I do love Becca Flower Child. It's kind of like a corally pink peach. I don't know, it's kind of like an all-in-one. So maybe I'll pull that one in. And then I love my Clinique Cheek Pops. So let me pull, I think Heather Pop is my favorite. Yeah. Here's Heather Pop. Pretty, it's a nice pink. So we'll pull that one in. I think that's good. Yeah, well, MAC Dainty is really pretty too. And it's such a pretty summer color. That might be good for like the baby shower. No, because I'm going to be traveling with my Hourglass palette. Okay, no, that's good for blush. That'll be what I keep out for blush. Okay, eye products are next. So I do want to pull in a new cream eyeliner or cream eyeshadow, maybe a glitter, and then a black and a brown eyeliner, and a mascara. So for the mascara, I'm going to pull in my Too Faced Better Than Sex. It's actually called Better Than Love. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why I have this or where it came from. I mean, it came as PR, but I don't know why it's called Better Than Love. This is a product on the chopping block, so I need to use this in my products on the chopping block video. But I'm gonna, well, what if I don't like it? Okay, so we'll pull that one in. And then you know what? YSL The Shock, people have been talking about like crazy on YouTube. So I'm gonna pull that one in case I end up not liking the Too Faced one. I'm gonna keep it in the box. I don't know why I threw it out of the box. In case I end up not liking the Too Faced one. Okay, so there's mascara. For cream eyeshadow, I really like this. This is actually a glitter. It's MAC's Everyday is Sunshine. See how pretty that is? Just as like a glitter. I'm gonna pull that in. And then I have my Hourglass Aura. And then I kind of want to pull in, yeah, Rose Gold. Charlotte Tilbury Rose Gold. That's pretty for summertime. Okay, so I'm going to pull that in. And then for my brown eyeliner, I have this Maybelline one. It's called Bold Brown. Just got it not too long ago. So I'm going to pull this in. In case I don't like this, I'm going to pull in one that I know I like. Urban Decay Whiskey. Yeah, that's a good one. And I know I like that. So those will be my browns. And then for black, I'm trying to get one that I haven't used recently. I need a liquid. So we'll pull in Kat Von D for the black liquid. I guess I don't have as many black eyeliners as I thought I did, because those are all brown. This is black, but I don't love it as much as I used to. I wonder, I had some Ardency in. Did I buy a black one? No, coffee, 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 coffee. No, I didn't buy a black one. I guess I don't have as many black eyeliners as I thought I did, which isn't a bad thing. I don't use black very often, if I'm being totally honest. So I might leave the Makeup Forever one in there because I do really like it. I have the NARS, which is also good. Maybe I'll pull in the NARS. I haven't used the NARS in a while. Okay. I think that's good for this drawer. I also need to make sure before I pack to pull my sharpener in. And not pack that because I will be pretty screwed without my sharpener. Okay, that's it for that drawer. Next drawer is eyeshadow palettes, and this is going to be hard for me when I pack because I basically will have to commit to like 2 eyeshadows palettes or 3 that I'll use for 2 or 3 months. So I have my new Natasha Denona Biba palette, which is probably the only palette I need. If I'm being totally honest, this is like such a good neutral palette. I just got this in the Sephora sale and I'm already loving it. Probably the only palette that I really need to keep out. But I have so many that I just want to make sure I'm giving my palettes enough love. You know what I mean? So the Tartelette Toasted is really good. And it's very, very summer. I'm trying to think of my baby shower. So my baby shower, I actually might want to pull in maybe the Natasha Denona Lila palette or Lila palette. Has some pretty pinks in it. This Tartelette in Bloom I love, you guys. I love it a lot. You know what? I'll probably keep the Tartelette in Bloom out just because I won't be sad if the others are packed away, but I might be sad if this one is packed away. So I might keep that one out, and then maybe the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And then I think the rest I can probably pack, and I'll be okay with that. The next drawer I have is face palettes. This one's gonna be a little bit harder for you guys to see. I do like to travel with face palettes because I feel like they're a good kind of all-in-one palette, you know what I mean? So this is face palettes, blush palettes, things like that. I have these new Milani blush palettes that I haven't used yet, but maybe I'll save these for after I move. I love these Hourglass palettes. I'm probably going to keep one of these out. It's just a matter of which one. I kind of like the pink one better, this one. So I'm going to keep that one out. And then I have my Hourglass blush palette in my drawer already. Maybe I will take one of these Milani ones. I think I like this one better. I need some lashes too, so I probably only need to pull one pair of lashes out. These are good, the faux mink, and there's two in that box, so that's good. Okay, so this looks a little more full than it usually does, and of course the reason being is because I pulled in so much. But my goal is to have everything I need for the next, we'll call it 2 months, while I move, while I pack, while we have the baby shower, while we go to the wedding, all in this drawer. That way, whenever I'm ready to pack my makeup, be it tomorrow, the next weekend, or whatever, I can come in and just take everything that's over here and just pack it and not have to think about it, not think twice, not have to say, oh my gosh, do I want this? Do I not want this? Am I gonna miss this in the next 2 months? You know what I mean? Like I can just pack it, put it away, and it's fine. And everything I need is going to be right here. So that's why it looks a little bit more full than it usually does, but I tried to organize it similarly to how I usually do. So I have face products here, eye products, lip products I put in the front right here. Usually this is overflow for eye products, but I just squeezed all the lip products in right there. And then cheek products right here, except for this lip balm. So I think it looks good, and these two eyeshadow palettes right here. The only thing that's not gonna fit are these two big eyeshadow palettes, and I think I'm just gonna leave these on top of my vanity because they're just not gonna fit in here for right now. One thing I did forget to mention is my setting sprays. So currently I'm using the Skindinavia Bridal Spray, and this is almost gone. So to replace this, or in replacement of this, I pulled in my MAC Fix Plus. I know it's not quite the same as something like this, but I thought I had a backup of my Urban Decay All Nighter and I can't find it. So I think maybe I don't have a backup of it. So I'm gonna pull in my MAC Fix Plus to use in the meantime. And then these are for travel. So I have my Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist and then my Urban Decay All Nighter Travel that I'm pulling in to use for travel. And then I also am going to put this one back. This is my Too Faced Hangover RX. This was really good when I had super dry skin. I would use this as like a face primer and then a setting spray. But my skin's been a lot better lately, and I think the Tatcha works a little bit better. It's a lot more intense and a lot more oily, so this is good. This was really good. I'm keeping it. I'm just going to swap it out so I can give other products some love for now. So I think that's about it, you guys. So next video I do like this will be packing up my makeup. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, that video is coming very soon. But that's all for today's Shop My Stash. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!